everybody, my name is Charlie Cheney and I am a senior 4-H'er from Upson County, and today I'm here with Mr. Marcus South and I'm going to let him talk a little bit about himself and his farm.
Marcus South here in Thomaston, Upson County. This is a farm. Our farm name is SSS Farms. We got started in 2001. We operate the farm with my family. Today I happen to have my daughters here with me, Macy and Alma. They do a show pig. They show animals, cattle, and different things throughout the year. And we farm here with me and my father and my son. Like I said, we run about 200 mama cows, cow-calf operation, and we run 14 poacher houses. And another little thing that we do is a U-pick strawberry. And the U-pick strawberry, the girls run that in the springtime. And like I said, my son and my father, we all work at this together.
Come on guys, let's go look at those houses.
I'll just show you a little bit of things that we have to do that's involved in raising chickens. This is a control panel. Everything is automated nowadays. The computer, which pretty much the computer of the house, it controls the fans, the ventilation, the temperature of the houses, and that kind of thing. This is the main control. It's located in the center of the house. It's a control room. This is where all controls are. We've got water over here to the side that controls all the water to the birds. And like I said, and this controls temperature and ventilations. And then just kind of want to go on in the house here. One of the other things we have to do is we have to be sanitized. Before we step into the house, we have to step into this chlorine type base that we have to step into before we enter the house. That's just to kill anything. We just don't want to track any kind of diseases of any kind. It's just a biosecurity type thing.
Now that we are inside the house, I have some questions that our 4-H'ers are just dying to know. What is broiler production?
Broiler production is chickens, which is a meat chicken, which we raise for human consumption, which is for the meat. And I can show you a few little things here. This house here is actually getting ready for baby chicks, and we grow them for to about 32 days, 35 days roughly, to about a 4 1/4 pound chicken. But this house here is already set up for baby chickens, which will be coming in Friday. We've got plenty of feed sitting here, ready for whenever the birds are here. When the baby chicks get here, they have plenty of feed, get to the water. That's one of the main things we want to be sure we can do, is be sure they have plenty of water and plenty of feed, always accessible, never running out. And we keep the temperatures, to keep the birds comfortable, we have to keep the temperatures at the right stage. So we start out about 93 degrees when the baby chicks come in, and then by the time it ramps down as the age of the bird for the comfort of the bird. We have to really keep the birds comfortable, and we'll get down to about 72 roughly by the time the birds are going out, to keep them at their comfortable temperatures.
Thank you for that. Let's see. How many chickens do you have coming at a time?
We usually have, in each house, we have 26,000 birds that come in at each house. We usually do half house, is what you call half house brood. We only use half the house when we bring the baby chicks in. Then after about 12 days, we'll let the curtain up and let the chickens migrate to the back to spread out, so they can be sure they are getting around to the feed and the water very comfortably and not crowded.
Very interesting. How old are the chickens when you first get them?
When we first get them, they are hatched that day, if not just a few hours ahead of time. In other words, the hatchery just has to coordinate it with us whenever they're hatching out. As soon as they hatch, they bring them straight to us.
That's very cool. How long do they stay here at this farm?
This farm, like I said, we run, they can do different contracts, but the contract we're on, we usually raise them to about 35 days roughly, and they'll be about a 4 1/4 pounds.
Who do you grow the chickens for?
We actually grow for Purdue Farms.
How do they get their feed and water?
Feed, like I shared with you earlier, with the controllers, control the feed that comes into the house. Purdue brings feed to us, and we have to be sure we keep the comfort of the bird. That's our job, is being sure we keep feed here. We have an auger system that augers the feed out. It keeps it in front of them at the time, and also the water. We have to keep it right here where it's very accessible for them. Like I said, the feed trucks bring it to the outside of the house. We've got an auger system that brings it into the house and drops it into the hoppers. And whenever it needs feed at the other end of the house, it fills these lines all the way up to make it to the other end of the house to keep feed there.
Does the house have a special temperature or ventilation system?
It does. Like I was sharing earlier, we've got a control system there in the control room, and it keeps the temperature as it needs to keep the birds comfortable. They start out about 93 degrees, and then it just starts dropping as the age of the bird. As they get older, the temperature drops. And we have to do some adjustments during that time because it depends on temperatures outside, that kind of thing. Because what we have to pay attention to is being sure the bird is comfortable. You can't just say one temperature, we're going to stay at that. You gotta know your bird and be sure that the bird is comfortable. That's what we're after, is being sure that the bird is comfortable with temperature, and that controller controls the temperature and the ventilation. You got to have ventilation, air ventilation, because the house is completely enclosed.
Thank you for taking the time to answer those questions for us.
Well, we're glad to do it. Glad to be able to be a part of it.
Okay guys, so that was super cool. Let's go see some live chickens.
In this house, we have 26,000 birds who will be ready to leave out on the truck in the next couple of days.
Just want to say a big thank you to Mr. Marcus South for letting us come out here and look at his farm and teaching us all about the Georgia poultry industry. This is a token of our appreciation.
Thank you.